Hey everyone, and welcome back to my playthrough of Major Minor. So, last time around we got a bit further into Chapter 3 and had a discussion with the... I think about it is righty. It's not very clear whether or not what he's saying is the truth, but if it is, it makes a lot of sense. He says that Veloquiz is not to be trusted and that he sent the guy known as Kalen to his death. And honestly, it would make sense. Andy and Conrad feel like they're being strung along for fools, which is a shame, considering how adorable they are. But the other thing that major got me on Reddy's side is kinda, well, the fact that Keela's somehow here. There's a theory about how this world works, but honestly that theory doesn't really make sense. But honestly, I kind of hope that he'll be able to fix that, him being there will actually be good. And honestly, I have to decide whether I'm going to side with Righty or with the assassins. And yeah, here's hoping that something can be done with that. So, let's get right back to it. And hopefully, things will go better with Shock as well. Because we got to see him, and he's adorable, but I feel like he's got a bit of an attitude that's probably going to cause us trouble. But anyways, so 13 saves, 2 trending flags, affection with Rook and Keela. Let's load this game. Who do I believe? Who do I side with? This will affect the flow of the story. Yeah, I'm siding with yous too. Of course, it seems like the obvious choice. At least I tell myself this is a method of reassurance. I wasn't in my... It wasn't my age to let someone starve in prison, and yes, I just realized that I haven't yet changed things back. There we go, that's better. Sound should be back to normal now. Anyway, it wasn't my nature to let someone starve in prison, even if it meant losing track of the reason I'm here. I might not learn what the king wants this way, but at least I know I'd be saving something. And Keela trusts Righty. I should trust him too. I don't think Keela is the type to be easily manipulated. But then, another thought crossed my mind. If you suddenly found yourself in a strange world, it'd likely trust the first person to help you. There's a point in time where you're impressionable. Maybe that's why I trusted Endermine and Conrad. Perhaps if they got Keela, he'd side with them too. I decided that I should quickly drop this thought. It would do nothing except make me doubt my choice. Whoever bridges will definitely get burned. Could possibly make Andy and Conrad my enemy. I want that to happen. It's just a fact. Ask Righty where our next step is. And let him know my allegiance lies with them. Well, your choice makes me happy. Righty will remember that. I hope he does, because... Yeah, looking at him, if things are proportional here, he stands a full head higher than Keela, who I'm going to assume is about average height for a person, so he has to be at least over 6 foot, probably even 6'6", maybe? So I'd rather not have somebody that big and intimidating, and God, those muscles again. Ugh. Yeah, I'd rather not have that on my side. Well, your choice makes me happy. I'm glad that you've seen the truth. For now, we simply have to wait. This is really awesome. We get to be partners on Terra too. That sound again. Okay, I think I picked up on another true flag. That sound seems to indicate that. I smile. Things are starting to take shape. The huge uncertainty I felt earlier now fades away. I would advise you go back upstairs. Go about your business as you see fit, but perhaps stay away from the assassins. In the meantime, I will talk with Keela. Our Solon player's home needs planning. But now you've made the honorable choice. But know that you made the Of course he has. That's what he's good at. Perhaps I'll come speak with you later. But for now I have to talk to Righty. He seems to want my input for some reason. It's true. But you have a part to play. Pretend that you're still on their side. I'll make sure to find you when we need you. Caleb will suffer no longer. And Velicus' tyrannical reign will end. This is your true duty as a savior. Both of them walk away, leaving me alone. I'm left to ponder the decision I just made. That and what consequences might come from it. Various scenarios play out in my mind. Some good, some horrific. They repeat as I make my way back upstairs. When I get back upstairs, I notice how loud it is. The tavern definitely became more lively since I left. The place is absolutely littered with patrons. They all look incredibly happy amongst themselves. Much better than the faces I saw them wear earlier. At this moment, it seems that Terra doesn't need saving. Of course, that feeling was ephemeral, as most are. I realize the happiness is most likely from the drink. Each of them holds an overflowing stein in their hands. Stein, what's a stein? What is a stein? I'm sorry, I'm not an alcohol person. I'm not aware of everything that you put alcohol into. Oh, it's those things. Those sort of like mugs with the lids. That has a special name? Okay. Fair enough. They seem to not care how much they're spilling. I try and figure out my next course of action. Righty suggests I not talk to Andy and Conrad. Of course, they find it odd if I ignore them, especially if I came from talking to their enemy. Perhaps I should just go make small talk. I'll tell them Righty tried to sell stuff to me. I can see if they mention anything about their mail. If the box is empty, then Righty would be correct. Of course, that would be nothing to revel. It would mean the fact that Caleb was in trouble. Well, it's true. Yeah, it's in fact true. That sentence looks off. I think it should say it would mean that Caleb was in fact in trouble. Or it would mean the fact that Caleb was in trouble is true. Yeah. Why do I keep noticing these typos and grammar errors? Maybe it's because this is a visual novel and I care about that, so I hate seeing things looking off. Oh well. Okay, anyways, and not the control we could ignore. But if anybody was equipped to rescue Kalen, it had to be Righty. He was both strong and smart. It's glad that his goals align with mine. We wanted to learn the truth about Velicus. Hey there. Surprised at all the people? I nod. People seem to forget what we are. At night, we turn into a watering hole. No immigration papers to be found. Not that it bothers me, of course. Everyone is on some journey of their own. We cater to every type of person. People who have come a long way to be here, or people who still have a long way to go. Anyways, I saw you go downstairs. You must have had a chat with Righty. I nod again. Once more. He always had something to say, that one. Sometimes I think he's bored. He sits around all day on his own. Aw, poor guy. Do you want to come have a drink? Me and Fidget were about to sit down. There's something we should talk about. We have our own special table, so we don't need to wait for any vacancies. He points to a table near the corner of the tavern. So Fidget's sitting down, talking to himself. I shrug and say, sure. I didn't have anything to lose. Great. Oh, and one more thing. While you're here, you can drink for free. Really? It's too bad I can't have alcohol, isn't it, though? Because medication and such. But what else can I have? Wait, I can't have... Do they even have soda in this universe? I mean... No, if it's a medieval sort of setting, they wouldn't. Damn it. So what can I have? Tea? They even have tea? Probably. I mean, they should have tea. I will assume they have tea. Give me tea. Now I follow the Indian comrade as I pass. I just want them to know that I'm not ignoring them. They wave back with a nervous look on their faces. When we arrive at the table, I promptly sit down. I yawn loudly and stretch my arms. Hopefully I can just relax for a while now. I haven't gotten to do much of that lately. Puny! Good to see you again. Still love your ears. Hey again, Sparks. I sit there and wait for him to hold out his hand. He doesn't do it this time. Interesting. So, I heard you're a saber or something, and that's why you're meeting Veloquez. That is so cool. I wish I was important like that. I haven't seen the king since I was little. I glanced over at Peavy, so he told Fidget then. Andy and Conrad surely wanted him to keep it secret. I guess if Peavy is the type to talk, I need to keep that in mind for the future. Hey, don't look at me like that. Don't condemn me for telling Fidget. He's my best friend, you know. Besides, what kind of threat is he? It's not like he could ever hurt somebody. That's my brother. I trust him forever. Fair enough. Dropping it for now. Yeah, definitely a uniform they're wearing, but it's clear that blue and that the dark blue with light blue gems is for barmaids, while the actual bartender wears purple with green gems. Also, it's brown leather instead of black or gray. Yeah, makes sense. Head of the place gets a nicer uniform. Or nah, I wouldn't say it's nicer, just different. I prefer Fidgets. I like blue. Remember? I didn't take you over here to judge me. This is more like the PB I saw earlier. Easily angered and extremely defensive. Are you gonna let me talk to you or not? I surrender and apologize for derailing the subject. Thank you. So, if we could get back on track, I need to talk to you about Righty. I know that you two talked in the cellar. I'm pretty sure I know what happened. He hates King Veloquez with a passion. This is one of the reasons I dislike Righty. That hatred totally clouds his judgment. Let me guess. Wanted to expose the king? Said he had some sort of evil plan? I know. That was actually an apt summary. I'm going to lay this right out there. Veloquez has never hurt anybody. We've only known peace under his reign. Well, except for... I'll get there. Fidget, just hold on. The history of his rule goes back millennia. He's been nothing but altruistic. I know that Righty is strong and smart, but on that matter alone, he's biased. And I really have no idea why. Fidget and I owe Veloquez so much. I don't know why he hired those assassins, but I trust his judgment unconditionally. Guess Peabody doesn't know that they always worked for him. He thinks that they're new to Veloquez's employ. I won't reveal this to him. It seems to be a secret. I wonder if their relationship had to do with this. Andy and Conrad did mention they were almost a trio. Perhaps Veloquez did something to make him back out. Righty mentioned some sort of litmus test. Hey, you there. He snaps his fingers as if jerking me out of a revere. I'm trying to talk to you here. It's rude to stop paying attention. He's right, and I apologize once more. She just gets more and more confusing. Don't know whose side is the right side. Now, if you'll let me continue. Righty used to work for Veloquez. What? Really? And I don't mean casually or anything. Righty was Veloquez's go-to man. That's a surprise to me. I wonder what caused him to turn so drastically. There was an incident about 10 years ago. He and Fidget were very young. Veloquez called it the Exodus Project. Exodus. The name is eerily familiar to me. Guess I need to explain Terra some more, or else this story won't really make sense. I forgot that you were new here for a bit. Terra is extremely open to immigration. We offer people a second chance on our soil, to start anew, or to escape harm. Once they arrive, they're kind of stuck here. Leaving Terra is impossible. Impossible? That's what makes us special. There's something like a one-way street. Still, better than your world, though. I heard that you have no open connections. Not sure how you'll even survive. It's a good question, actually. Anyway, back to the Exodus Project. It was an attempt to open our connection. Veloquez wanted to let people leave. People come and go as they please. Terra would flourish for an eternity. No more overpopulation or famine. That and Veloquez could expand. No more would he rule over just Terra. He could rule the entire galaxy for sure. Of course, it didn't go as planned. One look around could easily tell you that. It's a huge disaster. People died. Either that or they got stranded in space. Our mother was one of these people. Oh, that's tragic. Veloquez wanted only the smartest on Terra. Fortunately, they suffered most. We lost some of our key public figures. We knew that Mama's out there. She'll come back one day. She has to. She was so smart. Bridget exclaims this with pride. She's smart enough to find her way back. I don't care how far she ended up. I'm being patient. I'll even wait forever. Righty was close to our mom, you could say. He felt responsible for her disappearance, especially since he helped Veloquist out. Veloquist needed to fix his public image. He needed to show people that he cared. There was some heart heat on him after all this. So he funded the creation of our tavern, tasked Righty with building it. 10 years ago, we weren't here. Veloquist was a true owner of the tavern and got Righty to build it from the ground up. It was a really impressive feat. I'm stunned. Veloquist wanted to create a landmark, and one of galactic proportions, so the people knew how to get back home. He wanted word of terror to spread. He wanted everyone to know about the tavern. Eventually, the lost ones would hear of it. That's the reason we run this place. We hope that one day, Mom will come back. Maybe she'll walk through that door. That's what keeps us going. With every second, she gets closer. She's going to be so proud of me. I've grown really big since she left. And I'm learning to be good at chores. Doing a great job, Bridget. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you anyways. I don't think Veloquist is up to anything. At least nothing like Righty believes. At first, the scope of this place was clear. But over time, its reason was lost. Now we're just a plain bar and office. As this happened, Righty changed too. He got less and less interested in waiting. Perhaps he lost hope, assuming Mom was... Hey, don't say that. It's not true. Sorry. So, Righty has a few reasons to hate. We don't know what the real one is. I try pressing him for it all the time. But he just says he can't tell me. Something about being a man of honor. But he never leaves the tavern, or our side. He thinks I think he wants to make it up to us, even though I forgave him long ago. Man of honor, huh? Righty said that earlier when we were in the cellar. When I asked him why he didn't become an assassin. Does it have to do with all of this? The more time he spent here at the tavern, the more he hated Veloquist. It grew and grew over a long period of time. That's all there is to it, really. His hatred seems to transcend everything, no matter how much good Veloquist has done. That is a lot of good. I'm sure you can agree with me. I mean, just look at this tavern. Veloquist seems like a very nice ruler. He owned up to and corrected his mistakes. Doing something like that is very noble. Definitely mentality befitting that of a king. But now I'm just conflicted even more. One side had an unmatched hatred for Veloquist, and the other side had an unwavering loyalty. It seemed even more impossible to choose a side now. Keela and I manipulated? Was Righty and his gang a group of radicals? And were Andy and Conrad the radicals here? Or killing in opposition to Veloquist's twisted reign? Guess I would never know until the right time came. All I can do in my situation is wait and see. Let's push matters of the past aside. I have my own theory on the future. Whatever it is that makes you special, I think I know what Veloquist wants. He wants to helm another Exodus project. Really? You're being hailed as a savior. I have no doubt in my mind. Used that term in the past as well. Before the first Exodus project, I promised that Terra would be saved. I didn't say you have a long journey ahead. I guess it's only fitting you came here. The Wayfarer's Tavern. I hope your journey is swift and safe. I'd wish that too. Though I did plan a detour. Siding with Righty didn't haunt me. I don't want to make an enemy of Veloquist. Nor do I want an enemy of Andy and Conrad. I hope that we are able to save Kalen. It pains me to know that he's suffering. I decided to ask PB thoughts on Lord Player. Well, some people don't like immigration. They think it's harming Terra irreparably. Lord Player is just one of those men. I can see where he's coming from, but he seeks a total separate. Except this project was more admirable. Life on an unconnected world. I'm not sure why Player wants that. Seems like it would be impossible. No offense, of course. I'm sure they made it work on Earth. None taken. In fact, Terra was odd for me. We just have some major cultural differences. Thanks for listening to me anyway. I didn't mean to talk for so long. I'll let you get back to your friends. He says friends. He looks at him and smile and thank you for the chat before leaving. Better not tell him myself with early. I didn't want him to spill the beans in that regard. Before I can get up to leave, Fidget calls me. He grabs one of my hands to prevent me from leaving. Shocked. I didn't think he liked contact. Sparks? He gulps as if he's extremely nervous. Do you think I'll ever see my mom again? I really miss her. His eyes seem very glossy. Tears are forming. The grip of my hand tightens, becoming intense. What should I say to him? You'll see your mom again. I believe that. You will see your mom again. I will make sure of that, you adorable little thing. Oh God! No, I must not cry. I must stay strong. Oh, I can do this. I nod and smile at Fidget. I tell him it's only a matter of time now. After this much waiting, she's bound to be close. Yes, I knew it. Thanks, Sparks. Seems to be all he wanted to hear. Ah, I got a true flag. Yay! He retracts his hand and sits silently next to Peepee. I guess this conversation is over for now. As soon as I stand up, I look towards the assassins. They seem to be deep in conversation amongst themselves. But as I'm sure it involves me, I walk towards them. No, it's against Righty's suggestion, but I'm starting to feel some internal doubt. After a few moments of walking, I get to a table. They both look up at me swiftly, with a look of worry. What's on their minds? Wait for them to break the silence. Well, aren't you making lots of friends? Looks like you've got quite the following. I'm not sure how to take that. Don't be so rude, Conrad. They're free to make friends as they want. I change the subject and ask if I missed any. Not much. Just our entire plan crumbling. Why don't you give them the bad news, Andy? Well, something came up just now. It appears we've reached a bit of a hiccup. Though it's not as bad as Conrad says. I had in your papers just fine. There was something else that alarmed me. The mailbox appears to be empty, just like Righty said it would be. I was hoping to find mail from Kalen, but it seems he hasn't found the time. It's a big red flag, and I'm worried. Boy, of his skill, it should be no problem for him. Everyone said he was the best mercenary. Something bad has happened to him. That's what he's trying to say. Not entirely, Conrad. It's just a very small possibility. We shouldn't assume the worst case scenario. And that's where we disagree. The fact remains, we have no mail. Kalen is physically incapable of writing. Guess it was wishful thinking. He's not good enough for a prison break. His hands are probably tied up pretty bad. If anyone could do it, it'd be Kalen. And yet, here we are. It's quite scary. His resume was flawless and impeccable. Maybe someone tipped them off. It wouldn't be hard to increase security. It's possible, yes. But I still don't think Kalen is in danger. He's far too skillful to fail his mission. There's no real evidence of danger. Roadblocks happen all the time, Conrad. He's probably just rolling with the punches. Isn't the lack of mail evidence enough? Not entirely. Just a change of plan. If we stay the night, I'm sure we'll see. It may have just been a slight delay. We shouldn't jump to terrible conclusions. It's not wise to let anxiety think for you. We should both trust in Kalen's ability. I guess you're right. Mailbox is empty for a reason, yes. But it's not because Kalen is in danger. Besides, attacking player is a bad idea. Breaking Kalen out would blow our cover. Can't let player know our true colors. We forget that we are undercover. They'll fail our mission if we do that. That's true. So I really think Kalen is fine. Bet the entirety of our next pay on it. I'm sure we'll hear from him soon. Don't think he's failed the mission yet. Debate while I listen. Some of their points are valid, but probably untrue. Of course, I can't say that in front of them. I have to remain as ambiguous as possible for now. The mailbox being empty, that was a huge sign. It solidifies the fact that Righty was correct. I take a huge sigh of relief. I made the right choice. Seems they don't know Kalen was spying on them, or the king either for that matter. That's how he got involved in all this to begin with. I doubt he'd disrupt the player rally otherwise. Well, what do you think, Sparks? If you were in our shoes, I mean, do you stand back and wait, or would you try and rescue Kalen? This was an extremely complicated situation, even more so given the nature of my allegiance to Righty. I feel like I'm a double agent or something like that. I'm not sure what to say without exposing myself. I discern the easiest course of action. Conrad was asking me for my opinion on what I would do. I was trying something less than blank. I really can't talk about what Righty told me. Nor can I tell them what I plan to do with them. I have to answer this in a way that fits my personality. Perhaps I could use the questionnaire to my advantage. This would seem less suspicious. It would fit the answer they were expecting internally. Said I prefer the defensive stance, I believe. This means I will most likely hold off and wait, rather than attacking Lord Blair head on. It's not what I'd agree with personally. It's probably what they're expecting me to say. So that's what I tell them when I speak up. Very much what I expected to hear. Just heading within them, of course. Now you've gone and broke my heart. No! No! I don't want to break your heart! No! No! Please, no! No! Don't be sad! Please! No! 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 Oh. Conrad, stop it. It's not like we're taking this to a boat. We'll never reach a conclusion tonight. We're just gonna have to sleep on it. I'll check our mailbox in the morning. I guess you're right. But where are we gonna sleep? Can't rent a room. We're flat broke. I took care of that earlier. PB added some rooms to our tab. But we'll be making more than enough. It'll be pocket change after a savior. As soon as we get done developers, I mean. Fair enough. Andy pulls out a key from his pocket. He holds it out towards me and smiles. Here, take this. Your room is number 23. 23? Really? This place has that many rooms? I mean, I know it's usual for hotels, but this is an inn back during, like, a medieval-style setting. How big is this place? I mean, that could easily... Room 23 could easily mean that it isn't the actual 23rd room. It could mean that it's floor 2, room 3. And that there's 10 rooms per floor, which would make sense in a relatively small place. So, I think I might go with that option. It would make sense if it's 3 stories. Grab the key and put it in my pocket. My room number is 24. Conrad's is 22. We'll both be the same distance away. Please call out for us if anything happens. But for now, I sleep no longer myself. I'm sure Conrad will do the same. We'll resume our planning tomorrow. I'll check the mail as soon as I get up. Then we'll know if it was just delayed. I'm afraid our luck is never that good. However, well, actually sounds great. Anyway, I can get a massage here. I take this as a golden opportunity. I have the ability to retreat to my room for the night. I'm sure that Bridie will come get me when I'm needed. Of course, I start to feel a little bad. Didn't Conrad care about my well-being? Enough to give me my own room, at least. It feels a little bit like I'm using them. I keep this conflict exclusively in my head. I don't show any signs of doubt as I leave the table. They wave to me as I walk away, and I return it. Kinda gives me a toothy grin as I walk away. There's a bunch of doors on the 2nd floor. There must all be rooms for rent. I look for room 23, where I'll be staying. When I eventually find it, there's a drawing on it. It's a stick figure with a wrap. Figure holding hands. Both the figures are smiling. It's really cute. Look a little closer. It's signed by Fidget. Yes, he views us as friends. I'm grateful. Given that this is my room, I must be the stick figure. I unlock the door and take a deep breath as I enter. Finally, I'll have some time to relax. I feel like this is a major victory. But all it really is the calm before the storm. Whew. Yeah, I'll say. Definitely a calm before the storm. Anyways, what's going down in the wine cellar? I have to say, I'm really glad you helped. Destroying the mail was a great idea. They'll attack Lord Blair for sure. Or at least they'll make Bridie do the same. Blair's days are now numbered either way. Thank you very much for your help. But about the savior in your midst, that was kept a secret, even from me. Could be a great contingency plan. I didn't think you'd sell him out, though. How do you think they'd feel about that? Shit! PB, really? You're on his side? What? I don't need you to lecture me, Riley. I'm old enough to make my own choices. You won't get a reaction out of me here. Very well. You'll get your money soon. I'll have it delivered in a day or two. Perhaps you can buy Fidget a present. Money? We didn't do this for money, Riley. You said you had information about Mother. I did. You must be mistaken, Pee-Pee. Get things written down in the future. I'm sure you won't get cheated. You bastard. He actually is. I mean, my God. They want information on their mother. How could you do that? I now hate you. I don't care how cute your little face is. I hate you. I want to remove your mohawk. Because we shouldn't have it in this kind of time period. There again, that one shouldn't have dyed hair either. It's weird. This entire time period is weird. This entire world is weird. Now, I didn't say you wouldn't get it. So you want information on your mom, huh? I have another task you can do. Not yet. I'm not finished with this. Why do you want Lord Player on a hit list? I thought he was your boss, your friend. Of course he's not my friend. You're right about it's being my boss, though. But I hate that man. He's a stepping stone. He's snagging up all the votes for me. When he's gone, I'll take his campaign, and the king's throne will be mine. And if he's killed by Righty, or even if the assassins get him, more reason to have them all executed. What is the next task? In order to learn about my mother. I'll tell you soon enough, PB. As I mentioned, I have a contingency plan. So excuse me, I'll be in touch. You don't like us at all. He lied to us, PB. Yeah, he did. He probably doesn't know anything about Mom. He was just using us for his benefit. Yeah, he was. Don't worry, Fidget. You'll get what's coming to him. Really? You think so? Yeah. Evil men always do. Yes, I will save the game. Ooh, I think we're actually very nearly at the end of chapter 3. Wow. Wonder how much longer we actually have left before we're into chapter 4. Honestly, probably move into chapter 4 in a moment, but looking at the time, no. Considering it took like half an hour to get between those saves, probably best I call it here. So, at least we're a lot further. I mean, total saves 14, true ending flags at 4, which means we actually only need 6 more and we'll have the true ending. So hopefully next time around we'll get that. But until then, see yas.